Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.
Hello and welcome to Hooten's Arkansas Football, our preseason special. In the next 30 minutes, we'll preview the 2006 high school football season, and it begins in less than 48 hours right here at the University of Arkansas in Pine Bluff, Golden Lion Stadium, with the Simmons First Hootens.com kickoff week. The first two games of a week-long celebration to start the high school football season. We've got a doubleheader slated here at UAPB. You see the matchups. Whitehall against Hot Springs Lakeside. This may be Whitehall's best team in 20 years. This game has been decided by 2 points or less the last 2 years. In the second game, it's Watson Chapel and Warren. Chapel won the 5A South last year. Warren is the state title contender this season. On Tuesday night, we go from Pine Bluff to Conway. At UCA, expect two close ball games. Perryville and Bigelow, big rivals. Then Clinton against Heber Springs. Clinton won their first 11 games last year. Heber Springs has sold more than 2,500 tickets for the kickoff matchup. On Thursday night at Searcy and Harding University, a triple header. It's Little Rock Christian against Harding Academy. Ought to be a real tight ball game. Then CAC and Dollarway. That's a rematch of the state title game from 2 years ago. And in the nightcap, Des Arc, a preseason favorite to win it all in Class 2A, takes on talented Augusta. 14 teams, 7 great games. It's Simmons First Hootens.com kickoff week. And again, it begins here in Pine Bluff at UAPB's Golden Lion Stadium on Monday night. It's Simmons First Hootens.com kickoff week. We'll be talking about that more a little bit later in the show, but we'll begin our preseason special, our preview, our look at the 2006 season with the state's biggest schools. And in Class 7A, you know, it was a team from Northwest Arkansas that won it all last year. We think the champion could come from the Northwest again this season. And our Class 7A preview is brought to you by Big Red Fina. We start our look at Class 7A with a surprise, the Bentonville Tigers. Bentonville won it all back in 2001, but the Tigers haven't been back to the playoffs since then. But Coach Barry Lunny enters his second season in Benton County with an experienced squad that lost 3 conference games by a total of 6 points last year. Senior quarterback Ryan Isabel passed for 2,200 yards and 20 touchdowns. Bentonville tops Hooten's preseason ranking. The Tigers beat conference rival Fort Smith Northside by 20 last year, but the Grizzlies managed to advance to the playoff semis for the second straight season. Highly regarded quarterback Cody Burns produced more than 3,200 yards total offense and accounted for 31 touchdowns last year. Burns should eclipse those numbers in 2006 behind an offensive line that features a pair of college prospects. Northside is ranked number 2 to start the year. Fayetteville features plenty of skill players too. Dallas McCutcheon is the man at quarterback this year, and Gioni Harris is the Purple Dogs playmaker. Fayetteville starts the year at number 3. Little Rock Catholic is number 4, although the Rockets were once again voted by conference coaches to not even make the playoffs. But what do the coaches know? Last year, the Rockets won the league and advanced to the playoff semifinals. Sonic super teamer Lenoris Dukes will run this fall behind the biggest offensive line in Catholic high history. Springdale smoked 14 teams en route to last season's state title. The Dogs averaged a mind-boggling 48 points per game. But 37 seniors, including 7 college signees, have graduated, and Coach Gus Malzahn is now a college offensive coordinator. Springdale's defensive coordinator, Kevin Johnson, was promoted as Malzahn's successor.
We're not going to be the team that vertically stretched like we did last year. It's going to be a little different offense than it was as far as the way we attack. We're still going to throw the ball around the field. We're going to be balanced.
Rogers hasn't made the playoffs since 1997, but this may be the Mounties' year. Rogers returns highly recruited lineman Lee Zimba and standout quarterback Kobe Kirby to do battle in the state's best conference.
The 7A West has always been tough in the 5 years that I've been in it, and I think the difference is individuals. Seems like every team has a Division I or 2 or 3 Division Is, and you know, kids that make a real difference in winning and losing.
So here's how the 16 teams in the new Class 7A stack up. Hooten's Arkansas football takes Bentonville and a surprise at number 1. Then it's Northside, Fayetteville Catholic, and last year's champ Springdale. North Little Rock starts the second 5. Then it's Conway, Russellville, Central, and Bryant. There's Rogers. HAR-BER High, the new school in Springdale, is at 13, followed by Pine Bluff, Cabot, and Van Buren in Class 7A. Springdale walloped West Memphis in the state title game last year. It was the 3rd straight state title game appearance for West Memphis, though, and we think they'll be back for number 4 this year. In the new Class 6A, Coach Lenny Dowks' team is our preseason number 1. West Memphis's wing T offense averaged 36 points per game last year, and fullback Teddy Stackhouse will be the workhorse this year after focusing on defense the past 2 seasons. Forest City was one of the state's surprise teams in 2005, and the Mustangs might push West Memphis for the 6A title this fall. Sonic Super Team quarterback Wilson Parker passed for more than 1,500 yards a year ago, and the Mustangs opened the season ranked number 3 in Class 6A. Jacksonville won 5 games last year and should have one of Class 6A's better offenses this fall. Senior quarterback Daniel Hubbard, all 6 foot 5 inches and 250 pounds of him, threw for 15 touchdowns last year, while speedy running back Justin Akins amassed more than 1,700 yards. Down in the 6A South, Watson Chapel won 7 games and tied for a conference title last season under first-year coach Johnny McMurray. The Wildcats opened the season against Class 4A Power Warren on Monday night at UAPB during Simmons First Hootens.com kickoff week.
We know Coach Embry very well, and he likes to throw the football. As a matter of fact, I heard him say one time that he thinks running the ball is just a wasted play. So it'll be a lot of fireworks. The whole state will be watching. It opens the high school football season, and it'll be an exciting night for football.
Here's how the 16 teams in the new Class 6A stack up in Hooten's Arkansas football rankings. West Memphis an easy choice at number 1. Texarkana 2. There's Forest City. Marion has the state's top returning rusher in Darcel Johnson. Then it's Jacksonville and Lake Hamilton. The Wolves returned some talent on offense, but they haven't been to the playoffs since 2003 over at Lake Hamilton. Mountain Home's number 7. Then it's Chapel and El Dorado. Sylvan Hills rounds out the top 10. Then it's Jonesboro, the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. Scott Nethery, the new man down there, his offensive ingenuity should help them improve their win total this fall. Searcy's number 13, then it's Parkview, Benton, which has won 3 straight conference titles, and Little Rock Hall, which made a late July coaching change after winning just 3 games last year. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. A preview of Class 5A is straight ahead.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Sonic.
WYNNE coach Don Campbell counts on Division I college prospects for his success, like the rest of us count on death and taxes. WYNNE has won 21 games the past 2 years and opens 2006 ranked number 1. Senior running backs Terrence Garrett and Terrence Boykin are the latest in WYNNE's long line of college-bound players. The 2 Terrences have combined for more than 4,100 yards in their careers. WYNNE lost to Greenwood by 1 point in the semis last year. The next week, Greenwood won it all. Coach Rick Jones has been the head coach at Greenwood for just 2 years, and both years, the Bulldogs have played in the state championship. All-everything quarterback Daniel Stegall is now playing pro baseball, though. But the Bulldogs can make another run at the state title with multiple playmakers, including Nathan Staten, who returned interceptions for touchdowns in the final 2 games last season. MORRILTON was in that state title game last year for the first time since Jimmy Carter was president. The Devil Dogs could be better this fall, too. Most of their skilled players, including top recruit Josh Tresvant, returned, but several key linemen have graduated at MORRILTON, and Coach Chris Hill has moved to Van Buren. Staying in the West, Siloam Springs started turning things around 3 years ago, and the Panthers have advanced to the playoffs in consecutive seasons for only the 2nd time in Siloam Springs school history.
We had some kids in Siloam that were very competitive. The year before we came up here, they were 1-8-1, and we're in every game in the 4th quarter, had a chance to win. So all we had to really do was teach the kids how to finish, maybe give them a little more confidence.
One of the surprise teams in Class 5A this season could be Whitehall.
The Bulldogs have advanced to the playoffs 2 of the past 3 years, but may field their best team in 20 years. We'll get to see Whitehall on Monday night against Hot Springs Lakeside at UAPB. It will be the first high school football game of 2006 and the first game during Simmons' first Hootens.com kickoff week.
A great opportunity for our people in Pine Bluff to see great football early in the year like that. You know, it's one of those things that our fans are excited about, to see the new stadium out at UAPB. I mean, it's a wonderful facility, and the people out there were so generous by allowing us to do this. And Simmons, of course, sponsoring the whole thing, being mainly in Pine Bluff, so it's a great deal.
The Yellow Jackets top Hooten's Arkansas football Class 5A rankings. Morrilton's number 2, Greenwood 3, Magnolia at number 4, and Alma number 5. Batesville is the defending champs in the East. They start the season number 8. There's Whitehall and Pulaski Academy. Then it's Harrison, Blytheville, Pulaski Robinson, which has won 3 straight conference championships. Cross, it's number 14. Then it's Fair and Bologna. Siloam Springs at 17, followed by Mills, Monticello, Nettleton. Arkadelphia Badgers 21, McClellan, BB, Malvern, and West Helena. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. A preview of Class 4A is coming up.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by Baptist Health Orthopedic Center.
We begin our look at Class 4A down in Bradley County, where Coach Bo Embry's Warren Lumberjacks are a state power. Warren won 11 games last year, scoring 42 points per Friday. Bo and the Lumberjacks never shy away from tough competition either. Warren opens its season in the Simmons' first Hootens.com kickoff week on Monday night, taking on Class 6A Watson Chapel at UAPB's beautiful Golden Lion Stadium.
You know, it's an honor to play in the Simmons' first Hootens.com Classic, and we've not had very much luck in the past, so hopefully we can change that a little bit with it moving to Southeast Arkansas and playing a good football team like Watson Chapel.
Warren beat Stuttgart in last year's opener. Then the Ricebirds ripped off 10 straight wins before losing in the second round of the playoffs. Hooten's Arkansas football expects another strong squad in Stuttgart. Stuttgart returned some solid linemen, and junior running back Tim Reams racked up more than 800 yards last year. The defending state champions Nashville. The Scrappers ended last season on a 13-game winning streak. Nashville beat CAC, and quarterback A.J. Whitmore is back in Howard County. Whitmore totaled more than 4,000 yards of offense for Nashville last year. He has committed to Kansas State. Now, Nashville will miss running back Deshaun Scoggins, though. He transferred to Dallas during the summer, so Nashville needs Whitmore's running ability as much as his passing skills this year. Central Arkansas Christian is hoping to make its 3rd consecutive state title game appearance. CAC has won 38 games over the past 3 years and will add to that total this fall with junior quarterback Drew Stringfellow and big-time D1 recruit DJ Williams. Stringfellow passed for more than 3,200 yards last year as a sophomore. Williams caught 5 touchdown passes. CAC starts the season in grand style. During Simmons' first Hootens.com kickoff week, the Mustangs are matched up with Dollarway. It's a rematch of the 2004 state title game. Kickoff set for around 5:30 this Thursday afternoon at Harding University in Searcy.
It's a great format for high school football, and it's a tremendous way to start the football season with the different venues and the different matchups, and the atmosphere is just incredible, and I couldn't think of a better way to start the season.
We're excited about to have an opportunity to play in it. Totally honored, by the invitation. I think some things are trying to be made of the fact that we're playing CAC, a team that we lost to in the state championship, and I guess that's good for media, but for us it wouldn't matter who we were playing in terms of the opponent. We played tough opponents quite often throughout the season, expecting a great challenge from CAC. Looking forward to the opportunity.
2 of the surprise teams in the state last year were the Clinton Yellow Jackets and the Heber Springs Panthers. Clinton rode the legs and the athletic ability of quarterback Kelby Bonds to 11 wins last year. Bonds has graduated, but Clinton still has talent and a hunger just like Heber Springs. Those 2 will meet during Simmons' first Hootens.com kickoff week on Tuesday night in Conway in the second night of the event.
Our fans were just extremely good all year. The fan base really built up in the playoffs. It's just amazing the things that winning can do for your program and being invited to something like this. So.
It's a huge honor. We're really appreciative of Hooten's and Simmons First to invite us. We're really excited, can't wait to be a part of something like this, and I think our whole community is going to show up for this game.
And here are Hooten's Arkansas football rankings to begin the 2006 season. Stuttgart ranked number 1 after playing in 2 of the last 5 state title games in the former Class 4A. The only team to beat Stuttgart in the regular season last year was Warren. The Lumberjacks come in ranked number 2, then it's Nashville. The defending state champs, they really need a big year down in Howard County from standout quarterback A.J. Whitmore. CAC has played in back-to-back state title games, and Osceola's number 5. Then it's Dollarway and Ashdown. Rivercrest at number 8. Lone Oak could be a surprise this year, and Dardanelle is ranked number 10. The Sand Lizards could win that 4-4A conference with running back C.J. Chetton. Farmington starts the second 10 with a strong defense and some talented receivers. Then it's Hamburg and Boonville. The Bearcats must reload after winning 12 games last year. Oak Grove's 14, followed by Gosnell. Newport may just be a few years away from returning to the top of the 2-4A. Coach Greg Brannon's doing a great job up there. Huntsville 17, then it's Truman, Ozark, and the Redbugs. Fordyce could surprise some teams in the 8-4A this fall with first-year coach Tommy Cody. Behind the Bugs, it's Mariana, Gravett, Pokey, Clinton. The Yellow Jackets have a lot of momentum after winning 11 games last year, and Fountain Lake rounds out Hooten's Arkansas football top 25. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. A preview of Class 3A and Class 2A is straight ahead. It's Saturday night, and you're watching Hooten's Arkansas football.
Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by First Security Bancorp.
Play fast. Fast, no huddle.
The Shiloh Christian Saints are expected to go marching into Little Rock for their first Class 3A crown in December. Of course, the Saints won Class 2A state titles in 1998, 99, and 2001. Shiloh Christian relies on a potent passing game. Senior quarterback Matt Simpson passed for more than 4,000 yards last year. Receiver Crosby Tuck is a Razorback recruit, but the Saints hope to stop opponents too.
That's one thing I am excited about next year more than anything else. I feel like we've got some guys coming back that I think are going to make our defense a lot better than we've been.
Harding Academy returns 16 starters from last year's 12-win team, but Harding must replace departed quarterback Zach Tribble, who passed for more than 9,000 career yards. The Perryville Mustangs just recorded its 2 best seasons in school history, but Perryville returns just 3 starters from last year's 9-2 team. The Mustangs open their season in the Simmons First Hootens.com kickoff week against rival Bigelow in the big event. And here are Hooten's Arkansas football Class 3A rankings headed into the season. Shiloh Christian, a clear favorite. Then it's Harrisburg. Mayflower at number 3 has a potent running game with seniors Derek Gwatney and Chris McKnight. Bauxite will benefit from an easier conference schedule. The Charleston Tigers return 9 starters from last year's 2A state title team. Atkins makes the top 10 with speedy Terrence Bobo, a big play threat for the Red Devils. The second 10 starts with Harmony Grove. Glen Rose is expected to make the playoffs for the first time since 2003. Down at Gurdon, the Go Devil defense should be formidable with 7 returning starters. Pea Ridge at number 19, the Blackhawks will try to replace 7 two-way starters up in Benton County. And Lafayette County is number 20. Now, Class AA is on fire. The source of the heat, Junction City's fire-exhaling Dragons. Down at Junction City, the Dragons have consumed the 7AA East with a 55-4 record over the past 7 years. Junction City won it all in 2003 and opens 2006 ranked number 1. Desark captured its last state title game 30 years ago. Sonic Super Team quarterback Jason Dahl and the Eagles won't settle for just a conference title in 2006. They hope to begin their state title run in the Simmons First Hootens.com kickoff week. Thursday night, Desark takes on rival Augusta at 7:30 in Searcy. Cross County's Thunderbirds sprinted to a state championship back in 1984. A nasty offensive line could clear the way for a similar run this year in Cherry Valley. The Bigelow Panthers have a big bruising fullback in 6'2", 250-pound all-conference performer Travis Brown. Bigelow made the playoffs last November, And the Panthers open their season against Perry County rival Perryville at 5:30 Tuesday night at UCA.
The thing is, as the kids, I mean, it put a little pep in their step once they found out that we'd been asked to play.
Hooten's Arkansas football top 25 ranking looks like this. Junction City, Derricks, Desart, Cross County, and Speedy, Mineral Springs. Danville's loaded at the skill positions. Jessieville enters the season with a lot of inexperience. The second 10 consists of Murfreesboro, Spring Hill, and Mount Ida, all those teams from the 7AA West. Then it's Mountain Pine and Bigelow. Walnut Ridge opens at 16, followed by newcomer Parker's Chapel, Gillette, Northwood, and Hazen.
No curb appeal. Hate the color. Oh, honey, this is it.
What you got there is an infestation.
A lot of life happens in your car. Conoco and Phillips 66 quality Pro-Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive.
The pink wasn't so bad.
So you can focus on more important things. Conoco and Phillips 66. Life happens between empty and full.
Our children are special. That's why we have Our Kids First Health Insurance. It's an investment in their health and Arkansas's future. If you don't have insurance for your children, call us. The application process is easy, and all it takes is a phone call. Our Kids First, insuring our children's future.
Wherever you're going, at Big Red Fina, we make it easy for you to get in, get out, and get on your way. Step inside our clean, friendly stores, and you'll find the large variety of snacks, ice-cold drinks, and hot, fresh food to go. Plus, many of our locations feature a touch-free car wash. And you'll find our pay-at-the-pump features make it easy to fill your tank with quality Fina gasoline, day or night. Fast, clean, convenient. Big Red Fina, we're on the way.
We thank you for tuning in tonight, and again, we look forward to seeing you next week during Simmons First Hootens.com Kickoff Week.
You've been watching Arkansas's most watched sports show, Hooten's Arkansas Football.